Welcome. Today, I'll guide you step by step through learning how to assemble or upgrade a computer. By the end of this, you'll feel confident in working with your computer's hardware, whether building a new system or upgrading an old one. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why assembling or upgrading your own computer is beneficial. Building a computer can save you money, let you customize it for your exact needs, and give you a deeper understanding of how computers work. It might seem complex at first, but once you break it into simple steps, it becomes easy to manage. Now, before we dive into the process, let's look at the tools you'll need. Make sure you have a screwdriver, preferably magnetic, to prevent losing screws. You'll also need an anti-static wrist strap to protect sensitive components from static electricity, and a clean, well-lit workspace. Let's move on to understanding the main components of a computer. First is the CPU, or Central Processing Unit. This is often referred to as the brain of the computer because it handles all instructions and calculations. Next is the motherboard, which is like the nervous system. It connects all the components and allows them to communicate. RAM, or Random Access Memory, is the temporary storage that helps the computer handle active tasks quickly. Then we have storage, which comes in two forms: hard drives or SSDs. SSDs are faster and more reliable, while hard drives are more affordable for larger storage needs. The power supply unit provides electricity to all components, and the graphics card handles visual tasks like gaming or video editing. Finally, all these components are housed in the case, and cooling systems, like fans or liquid cooling, prevent overheating. With these basics in mind, let's plan your build. Start by defining your purpose. Do you need a computer for gaming, work, or general use? This will guide your choice of components. For example, a gaming PC might require a high-performance graphics card, while a work computer might focus on a powerful CPU and plenty of RAM. Ensure all components are compatible. The CPU must match the motherboard, and the power supply must have enough wattage to support the parts. If you're upgrading an existing system, check if the new parts will fit inside your current case. Now it's time for the fun part: assembling the computer step by step. First, install the CPU. Open the motherboard's CPU socket and carefully place the CPU inside, aligning it with the markers. Once it's in place, secure it gently. Next, attach the RAM. Locate the RAM slots on the motherboard and push the RAM sticks into place until you hear a click. Now install the motherboard into the case. Align it with the standoffs inside the case and secure it with screws. After that, connect the power supply. Place the power supply into its designated area in the case and connect the cables to the motherboard, CPU, and any other components like the graphics card. Next, mount the storage drives. Secure your SSDs or hard drives in the case's storage bays, then connect them to the motherboard using SATA cables. If you're using an SSD, it may also connect directly to the motherboard depending on the type. For those installing a graphics card, locate the PCIe slot on the motherboard, insert the card, and secure it with screws. Ensure all necessary power cables are connected. After all the components are in place, install your cooling system. This might involve attaching fans to the case or installing a liquid cooling system. Make sure the cooling system is properly connected to power and positioned to direct heat away from key components. Finally, perform cable management. Organize the cables so they don't obstruct airflow. Use zip ties or Velcro straps to keep everything neat. Once your computer is assembled, it's time to test it. Double-check all connections, plug in your monitor, keyboard, and power cable, and turn on the computer. If it boots successfully, you can proceed to install the operating system. If it doesn't, don't panic. Troubleshooting common issues like loose cables or incorrectly seated RAM can usually fix the problem. You can search the internet for messages that come in the form of beeps from the motherboard or display messages that appear on the monitor and easily find the solution, and you will easily pass this step. For those upgrading an existing computer, the process is similar but focuses on replacing specific parts. Adding more RAM involves inserting new sticks into available slots. Upgrading storage may require cloning your old drive onto a new SSD or simply replacing an old hard drive. If you're upgrading your graphics card, remove the old one, insert the new card, and connect any required power cables. Improving cooling can involve adding more fans or upgrading to a better cooling solution. Once your build or upgrade is complete, maintaining your computer is key to keeping it running smoothly. Clean dust from the case regularly using compressed air. Monitor your system's temperatures with software tools to ensure it's not overheating. Update drivers and your operating system frequently to maintain compatibility and security. Now let's quickly discuss some troubleshooting tips. If the computer doesn't power on, check the connections to the power supply. If there's no display, ensure the graphics card and RAM are seated properly. Overheating issues might require reapplying thermal paste to the CPU or improving airflow. To conclude, assembling or upgrading a computer can seem challenging, but with the right steps and tools, it's very achievable. It's a rewarding experience that can save you money and teach you valuable skills. Take your time, follow each step carefully, and don't be afraid to seek help from online communities if you get stuck. Thank you for joining me today. Now it's your turn to bring your computer to life. Good luck, and enjoy your journey into the world of computer hardware.